Next up on our CBC Spring Sports Media Day tour is the West Geauga Wolverines track program, and Matthew Dean is going to represent the Wolverines here. So, Matt, thanks for joining us. Let's just talk a little bit about the team in general before we talk about you and your events. But how is everything shaping up this spring?
Everything's shaping up to be pretty great. A lot of us have been putting in a lot of work, both sprinters and distance alike. We're out practicing in all these harsh conditions with the freezing temperatures and snow and everything. Nothing really stops us. So, we're looking to be very competitive this season, both boys and girls, sprinters and distance alike.
You graduated an outstanding athlete in Daniel Kearns, who won the state title last year. But I imagine you have plenty of athletes that can step up and fill some shoes and earn some of the points that you're going to lose from him. Who are some of the kids on the boys' side that really have been impressive that you expect to have a big year?
Well, they were also on my team back in the fall for cross country, so I know for sure that they're going to be good. Two that I have in mind, freshman Ian Ress, he is looking to run the 800 or 1600, and sophomore Jake Williams, he's looking to run the 1600. I know that for sure. They put out great times back in cross country. Really not too far off of me. And actually, yesterday we ran an 800 time trial, and while Ian couldn't make it, Jake was not far behind me at all, just a couple seconds. And seeing that talent from some underclassmen is just amazing to me. And I bet they can go pretty far this season. That's just talking about distance. Sprinters, with me being a distance runner, I'm not too familiar with them too much, but I've seen them practicing, of course, and we have a lot of young sprinters that if they're working through their whole high school career, they can definitely turn into something promising.
All right, and I know you don't run with the girls often or train with them that much, but what do you know about that side?
Oh yeah, and the girls, well, for distance, we really only have two girls distance runners this year, much less than we have had in the past. We just graduated a lot. There's one I'm sorry, I don't know her last name, but her first name's Leah. I believe she's a sophomore. She also ran cross country. She is looking to be very promising as well. And actually, I do know a girl sprinter, underclassman, that's looking to be really good, who also ran last year. Kara Deister, sophomore. She does hurdles. She does 4x4, stuff like that. In high jump, I think she won districts last year in high jump. Like that's crazy to me. Something like that. But we have a lot of young talent still, and I'm very impressed.
All right, now let's focus on you a little bit. You talked about all the young talent. You're one of the veterans on the squad. How are you kind of helping them settle into their role and their events? So what are you doing to provide some leadership?
It feels weird to be called a veteran on the team now.
Right?
I suppose you're right. I've definitely been trying to take all the underclassmen and just newer people under my wing, trying to help them out as much as I can. Just not that I'm super educated on the sport. I just have the experience, and I know what has been done in the past, what has worked. So both distance and sprinters, I want them to feel welcome here at West Geauga. Like it is a great program, and it's kept me here these 4 years. I've definitely been trying to help them out, but of course I need to focus on goals of my own. As I haven't had any too concrete of goals, but I know previous years I focused on the 1600. This year I believe I'm going to focus on the 800. For last year, me and three other guys qualified qualified to states in the 4x8, and I had a great showing there, like time wise. We also placed very well, getting runners up. I believe I'm going to focus on the 800 this year because of that. Still running the 4x8 as well. Those are going to be my two main events, and hopefully I can break a school record and have a very nice showing at states this year.
What is the appeal of the Open 8 that you're going to focus on that? Is it just because of the success and you want to kind of build off that?
Yeah, definitely. I and that partially, and also because just the time. I know it's a relay, so and not an open, and they're different. But I ran a 156 at states for the 4x8, and that surprised me. I didn't know I was capable of that. And compared to last year when I ran the 1600, I believe that that's a much more impressive time than the 800. Um, so and I think I can just go much further in that than I can the 1600.
Isn't it great when you exceed your own expectations? It just makes it all worthwhile, doesn't it?
It
All right.
is like when you get to those postseason races and you have that tough competition, you can be surprised with what you can do.
Indeed, that's the intensity, and when you have great competitors along with you, you start to run with them, and that's great. But what kind of goals have you set for yourself this year? What are you hoping to accomplish? You talked about a little bit about a school record. Is
Mhm.
there, I mean, you're looking for a podium place, anything like that?
Well, yeah, as I mentioned, school record. My the 4x8 time at states, I got was 156. The school record is 153.96, I believe. But I also, since I was there at states last year, I watched the Open 800, and I believe 153 flat won that. So if I'm able to run that time, I can one win states and two get a school record. Now I know that's asking for a lot, but hey, it's my senior year. I might as well shoot for the highest goal out there because I don't have next year. So that's what I gotta
Absolutely.
work towards. And I've been putting in a lot of time this off season, a lot of effort, not just in running, but I've also been getting stronger by lifting. Um, I believe those two, putting a lot of time into both, is very important, and hopefully that can bring me to success later.
Well, it sounds like you've got a plan and you've put the work in, and now it's just all that's left is to go out and do it. So I appreciate you here to talk about your goals this season and also to preview your team a little bit. And best of luck to you this spring.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me.